What's up, everybody? It's Paul Riley, and this is Therapy Range. Oh, it's been a couple of days since I've been out here. The rain has been holding me back, and I've needed my therapy so badly. And I'm sure the rest of you can relate. It's been a crazy couple of days, the last few days. The world's on fire. The world's underwater. It's just a crazy time to be alive. It's therapy time. Today on Therapy Range, we're going to do something slightly different than normal. Not really. We're still blowing stuff up, but we're blowing stuff up with a purpose today. Today we're going to do visual representations. Yeah, it's therapy time. Everybody, I've got the range set up. Today we're going to do a visual representation experiment. The 2 liters I've got set up out here today represent the spirit of freedom. The contents of said 2 liters are going to represent the amount of fucks to give that we the people have to provide at any given time. As they continue to keep punching holes at the spirit of freedom with mandates, with embargoes, with overzealous lawmakers getting crazy beyond control, the spirit of freedom begins to lose its fucks to give. What happens when the spirit of freedom is completely out of fucks to give? Today, on Therapy Range, we're going to find out what happens when you're all out of fucks to give. So, for the most part, laws are not that big of a deal. They're not that hard to follow. Not all laws, but most laws are justified in their creation to protect or serve or to help in some way, shape, or form. But what we've seen over the last year and a half is overzealous lawmakers taking it a step further. See, a law is kind of like a BB. When it hits the spirit of freedom, it bounces off. The spirit of freedom recovers from it. It's not that big a deal. Don't break the law. But what we find in the modern days is when lawmakers are starting to get overzealous, they're using mandates and restrictions to circumvent the legislative process. The will of we the people get taken out of the equation. And when the will of we the people is removed from the process, it hits pretty hard. A lot harder than a BB. It hits more like this 22. When they used mandates to close down businesses and prevent people from continuing to keep their livelihoods going, it hits even harder, like this here 9mm. But you know, it hits even harder. It hits even harder when federally created bureaus go above and beyond to circumvent Congress and to circumvent the legislative process using a group called the ATF to create their own rules and laws based on what they feel is fine and dandy. It hits so hard that it reminds me of this 38 special. And when trade embargoes are used to prevent the flow of ammunition to American citizens that haven't never done anything wrong to anybody, that haven't went out of their way to do harm to anyone ever in the history of their lives, is just ridiculous. And it slams so hard that it reminds me of getting hit with a 12-gauge shotgun. Would you look at that? There's just simply no fucks left to give. And when there's no fucks left to give, when you're all out of F's to provide, what have you got left to lose? Not a whole lot, I don't think. For me, for us, it's all about freedom. And having the rights to live your life the way you want to live it, doing the things that you want to do. Do no harm to others. No harm should come to you. Because in America, if you don't want none, don't bring none. Bye-bye, Ron. Would you look at all that ramen fairy dust? Ain't that America? Hell yeah. This is Therapy Range. I appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, make sure and visit the affiliate links in the description below. Share, like, hit the notification bell, all that YouTube mumbo jumbo. We're living life to the fullest, because anything less is a disappointment and a complete letdown to every single person around you, including yourself. Take care until next time.